I decided to come down to Yatesville Lake and check out the spillway. But while I'm out riding around today, I wanted to talk to you about a program I'm involved with for veterans and disabled service members. And that program or agency is called Project Healing Waters Fly Fishing Incorporated. Now, I don't want to talk today specifically to volunteering or donors. I want to try to make a video today to maybe answer some general questions to disabled service members and disabled veterans that may be interested in coming to a Project Healing Waters event or program. And like many of you out there, you may have never heard of Project Healing Waters, or if you have, you've got this image of sitting around in a circle with other people and talking about your past experiences or traumatic events, your certain medical conditions. And Project Healing Waters is not like that. But before I get too far involved, I'm going to give you a little bit of backstory, the history of Project Healing Waters. Project Healing Waters started in 2005 at Walter Reed, and they were providing, in essence, recreational therapy program or education activities to injured service personnel coming back from Iraq and Afghanistan. The mission statement of Project Healing Waters is Project Healing Waters Fly Fishing Incorporated is dedicated to the physical and emotional rehabilitation of disabled active duty service members and disabled veterans through fly fishing and associated activities to include education and outings. Since 2005, Project Healing Waters has done a Western expansion, I guess you could say, and that nearly every state has at least one program, and multiple states have multiple programs. While Project Healing Waters focuses on some core activities associated with fly fishing, which, as it would be obvious, would include fly fishing in of itself, going to day outings, overnight outings, and national outings. Their core activities also include fly tying, rod building, and casting competitions. And now, getting back to the image of sitting around in a circle talking about your traumatic events or your past experiences, whatever, we do not do that. We get together during meetings and events and we go fishing. We sit around at a table goofing off, having fun, and tying flies that you can use to fish. Every year we build fly rods. If you think about it, it's almost a full circle throughout the program, is that a disabled veteran or disabled service member can come to Project Healing Waters, not really know anything about fly fishing, any particulars about fly fishing, and just through participating with the program could build your own fly rod, tie your own flies to fish with, and learn the tactics and techniques needed to be successful while fishing. But a participant can get so much more from the program. Many a times, and I will use myself as an example, that you have so much going on in your head, and you're trying to wrap your thoughts or try to organize your thoughts in some relatively cohesive system, and sometimes you just need to get away. Sometimes you need to find peace. And for me in particular, the program helps with that, because I get to go out on these beautiful mountain streams, these lakes, like Yatesville Lake that we're going by right now. And it's just peaceful. Not a lot of people around, if anybody. You don't have the noise or the hustle bustle of cities. It just lets the stress melt away. You know, I'm not worried about working 9 to 5 or to answering questions. It's just relaxing. And anything we can do to help disabled veterans and disabled service members maybe find that degree of peace, it's worth it. What can you expect as a disabled veteran or disabled service member thinking about becoming a participant in Project Healing Waters? Well, you can expect, you know, friendship and camaraderie that you may have been used to in the military, that you may be missing now in your life. And you get around a group of like-minded individuals that are there for a common activity or common goal. You build friendships with these participants and volunteers, and even if the program is not having an outing, you might get together with other participants and just go fishing for a day. Another benefit is the distraction, and what I mean by that is when we get so wrapped up with life, what's going on in our lives, what are our worries, our concerns, our stressors at that time, sometimes you just need something that distracts you from it. And look at fly tying, for example. You sit down in front of a vise with various materials, and you take the time and focus and concentrate on what you're doing. When you're doing that, it seems like the other things that were on your mind tend to melt away. It might only be a temporary thing, but it's something. A distraction can go miles to help a person. You develop points of contact to how to get a hold of people if you need help. For example, if you just need somebody to talk to, hey, you've got contacts now. And I try to keep the program that I am personally involved with, which is the Huntington, West Virginia program, as relaxed as possible. If you considered coming to the program and considered to potentially becoming an active participant in the program, you know, that first meeting, I want you to sit back and talk to the other participants if you want to, try to get to know them, but watch them. Watch how the program or how the meeting or class or whatever we are doing at that particular time goes. If you want to jump in and participate in whatever we're doing that day, you're more than welcome to. If we're tying a fly, I've got all the stuff there to set you up to start tying flies. If we're planning a day outing, or what's called a Healing Saturday, which is just a community event, and you need a fly rod or whatever, don't worry about going to buying anything. I've got everything you will need to start fishing. When it comes to going to day outings and overnight outings, and that's my job to take care of the logistics of it, to make sure that you have the most enjoyable time that you can. I'll take care of transportation needs if I have to. I will take care of lodging needs. And I'm going to try to take care of everything associated with that outing so you don't have to think about it. When it comes to outings on a national level, they hold national outings. And the way a national outing works is active participants get nominated to go to these outings. And you, as a program lead, I submit the nomination forms up to regional. Regional has to approve them. Then they go to a national level, and then national level, well, if possible, the regional coordinator will say yes or no and get you into that national outing. Some national outings require national approval for certain things. And to put it in an idea of how it works is, the region I am in may get X number of seats or spots for a national outing. That regional coordinator can decide who gets to go or who gets to fill those spots or those spots for that outing. Now, if you look at something like the Keystone event, I have to nominate someone for the Keystone event that goes to a national level for approval. And the same thing goes with ambassador outings. But I'm talking about paperwork and this and that. I try to make it as streamlined as possible with paperwork. I don't want you to worry about paperwork. Now, if you think, well, if I come to one meeting, I can possibly go to a national outing. It's not really how it works. National outing nominations are generally reserved for the participants that have been there for some time. They show active participation, and those are the participants that usually get nominated. And put it in retrospect, I have participants at the Huntington program that have 4, 5, 6 years of participation with Project Healing Waters, and due to one reason or another, they have not been able to go to a national outing. I try to get them into the national outings first. When I can slide in newer participants, I do. But I don't want you to come with the misconception that from day one you're going to be nominated for a national outing. You may. Some programs are different. But my particular program, the likelihood of that happening is pretty slim. The other thing that comes up is gear and equipment. I have program designated gear and equipment that you are more than welcome to use as a participant or volunteer for that matter. In certain times, certain situations, we may be able to obtain gear and equipment for you at a reduced rate, or sometimes free. I'm going to do everything I possibly can to help you out. If I know of a discount that you can get for this or that, I'm going to tell you about it. If you are interested in checking out Project Healing Waters, in the description of this video is a link to their website. Read about them. There's also an interactive map that you can use to try to find a program in your state or your area that you may be able to attend. Also, that map will give you contact information for program leads or regional coordinators, so you have a point of contact for a particular program or region. If you have any questions, you can always leave a question down in the comments and I will do my best to try to answer them. If I cannot answer it for you, I will do everything I can to find the person who can answer it for you. What it boils down to is we get to do a lot of fun stuff. If you're into the outdoors, if you grew up fishing, you know, this is a program that might be right up your alley. Even if you've never fished before, but you may like it, you may want to try, this program's for you. I make you a promise at this. I will invest my time and effort in you to help you learn, to help you get the needed gear and equipment. I will do whatever I can to help you with discounts or give you suggestions on where to go, give you information on different streams and rivers or lakes that I have personally fished. I'm not trying to keep any secrets from you. Now, with that said, the only thing I ask, if you are interested in coming to the program, my particular program, is guys, just participate. Yeah, I'm not saying you have to come to every single meeting. Life gets in the way, things happen. But regularly come to meetings. You know, participate with the group. You know, we all are there for a common reason, and that's for the participants. But I'll leave you there with some food for thought. Think about it. If you want to come to a program meeting, come to a meeting. No pressure, strings attached. Just check it out and see what you think.